top 7 vitamins to strengthen your legs. Prevent leg cramps in seniors. Are your legs always feeling tired, shaky, cramping, just when you're trying to fall asleep or take a quiet stroll through the park? You're not alone. For millions of older adults, weak legs and painful cramps aren't just random inconveniences. They're daily struggles. Struggles that drain your energy, steal your independence, and chip away at your confidence one step at a time. But here's the good news. What you might be missing isn't another prescription. It's something far simpler. Vitamins. Yes, certain vitamins can work quietly but powerfully behind the scenes to support your muscles, calm your nerves, and improve your blood flow. And when those things are in sync, your legs feel lighter, stronger, more reliable. In today's video, we're going to reveal the top 7 vitamins every senior should know about. These nutrients can help you rebuild strength, improve balance, and stop those frustrating leg cramps before they even start. Before we dive in, I'd love to know, where are you watching from today? Drop a comment below, ask your questions, and don't forget to hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a health-boosting tip from Ageless. As we age, a lot of things change: our energy, our balance, even the way our legs respond when we move. But what many people don't realize is that behind all of this, behind the muscle weakness, the unsteady steps, the fear of falling, there's often one silent cause: a lack of vitamin D. You've probably heard of it as the sunshine vitamin. And yes, it helps your body absorb calcium, but its role goes far beyond that. Vitamin D is a foundational nutrient for strength, coordination, and your ability to walk without pain or hesitation. Here's the challenge. As we grow older, our skin becomes less efficient at making vitamin D from sunlight. Add to that the fact that many older adults spend less time outdoors because of mobility issues, skin sensitivity, or simply changes in lifestyle. And what you get is a quiet epidemic of vitamin D deficiency. And the effects, they're real. Legs that feel weaker, reaction times that slow down, a higher risk of falls and fractures, even from simple everyday movements. Vitamin D doesn't just protect your bones, it plays a direct role in muscle strength. It enhances the communication between your nerves and muscles, especially the fast-twitch fibers responsible for quick, stabilizing movements. The kind that help you catch yourself when you trip or regain balance before you fall. When these fibers shrink, and they do with age, especially when vitamin D is low, your reactions get slower and your legs become less steady. But it doesn't stop at strength and speed. Vitamin D also helps reduce inflammation, particularly in the joints and soft tissues of the legs. If you wake up with stiffness, deal with chronic leg pain, or suffer from repeated cramps, this one vitamin could be a game changer. Science backs it up. According to the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism, seniors with healthy levels of vitamin D show stronger muscle fibers, better coordination, and greater balance. On the flip side, those with deficiencies are more likely to struggle with walking, standing, and staying independent. So how do you get more of it? Start with sunlight. Just 15 to 30 minutes a day on your arms and legs can help, depending on your skin tone and where you live. Add in foods like salmon, sardines, egg yolks, and fortified dairy products. And for many, supplements are necessary too. Most experts recommend 800 to 1,000 IU per day, or more if you're already deficient. A simple blood test can show you where you stand. And once your levels are restored, you may notice more than just stronger bones. You may feel steadier, safer, more in control. Because vitamin D doesn't just support your body, it brings confidence back into your steps. Strong legs aren't just about muscle, they're about connection. A clear, reliable line of communication between your brain and your body. When that signal weakens, everything changes. Your steps become less steady, your reflexes slower, and your confidence shaken. That's where vitamin B12 comes in. Vitamin B12 is one of the most important nutrients for maintaining healthy nerve signaling, allowing your brain to clearly communicate with your muscles so your legs respond smoothly and confidently. And yet, it's one of the most commonly overlooked deficiencies in older adults. Why does it happen? As we age, our bodies lose the ability to absorb B12 efficiently. It's not just about what you eat, It's about what your stomach can process. You need a healthy digestive lining and a special protein called intrinsic factor to pull B12 from food. But many seniors take medications, like antacids or metformin, that interfere with this process. Others experience age-related stomach changes that go unnoticed. The result? A slow, steady decline that's easy to miss. Your legs may start to feel heavy. You might notice a strange tingling in your feet, or a sense that your steps just aren't as sharp or sure. It's easy to blame age, but these are classic signs of B12 deficiency. And if it goes untreated, the damage can become permanent. Nerves begin to fray. Balance becomes harder to maintain. Walking, once second nature, can feel unpredictable or even unsafe. But here's the hope. Restoring B12 levels can make a powerful difference. Research shows that seniors who correct a deficiency often experience stronger gait, better balance, and improved coordination. Their legs start to respond again. Their stride returns. So, where do you get B12? It's found mainly in animal-based foods like meat, fish, dairy, eggs, and especially organ meats like liver. That's why vegetarians, vegans, and those with digestive conditions are more likely to run low. In those cases, fortified foods or B12 supplements are essential. And for some, pills aren't enough. When absorption is severely impaired, B12 injections may be needed. Thankfully, vitamin B12 is water-soluble, meaning your body flushes out any extra through urine. It's safe, even at higher doses. So if your legs feel weak, numb, off balance, or if you just feel not quite yourself, listen to your body. It may not be fatigue, it may not be aging, it may just be a simple fix. You need more B12. If vitamin B12 is the spark that powers your nerves, then vitamin B6 is the quiet mechanic that keeps everything running smoothly, day after day, step after step. Most people never think about it, but when it's missing, your body feels it, especially your legs. Vitamin B6, also known as pyridoxine, plays a central role in how your body breaks down protein and rebuilds muscle, especially important after even light activity. It's also essential for reducing inflammation that can make joints stiff or sore. It acts like a translator, making sure your nerves can clearly communicate with your muscles. Without it, that connection becomes distorted. You may feel twitching, numbness, or your legs might not move as confidently as they used to. And that's not the only issue. B6 is essential for breaking down protein into amino acids, the building blocks your body uses to repair and rebuild muscle. If you're not getting enough, your muscles can't recover well after activity. That soreness you feel after a simple walk, the fatigue from just standing at the sink, it might not be age, it might be a lack of B6. Even more, B6 has powerful anti-inflammatory effects. It helps calm inflammation in the joints and soft tissues, especially in the legs, where chronic stiffness and pain can make movement feel like a chore. And it doesn't stop there. Vitamin B6 also helps produce red blood cells, which carry oxygen to your leg muscles. So when you're low on B6, your muscles may not be getting the oxygen they need to stay energized and strong. The good news? Vitamin B6 is found in a wide range of everyday foods: bananas, potatoes, chickpeas, poultry, fish, and fortified cereals. But just like with B12, some older adults have trouble absorbing enough of it. Certain medications, digestive issues, or simply a limited diet can slowly drain your B6 levels over time. If needed, B6 supplements can help, but with care. Unlike B12, too much B6 over time can actually cause nerve damage. That's why it's important to stay within safe limits, generally around 0.5 milligrams per day for women and 1.7 milligrams for men. If your legs feel weak, sore, or just slower than they used to be, don't brush it off. You might not need more rest. You might just need more vitamin B6, the quiet helper that keeps your legs moving, strong, and steady. We often hear about calcium and vitamin D when it comes to strong bones. But there's another vitamin that rarely gets the spotlight. Yet without it, your bones and joints simply can't function the way they should. That vitamin is vitamin K. Think of it as your body's traffic director. Vitamin K helps guide calcium to the right places, into your bones, where it builds strength, and away from places it doesn't belong, like your arteries or soft tissues. Without vitamin K, calcium can end up in the wrong places, stiffening joints, damaging circulation, and contributing to problems far beyond just weak bones. In your legs, that can mean stiffness when you walk, pain in your knees when you stand, or even a sense of tightness that won't go away. For many older adults, these subtle signs are brushed off as just aging. But in reality, a vitamin K deficiency may be slowing you down. Vitamin K also helps your joints stay healthy. It reduces inflammation, the kind that leads to osteoarthritis, aching knees, and that all-too-familiar stiffness after sitting for too long. And new research suggests it may even support muscle coordination, making your movements more fluid and your balance more stable. There are two main types of vitamin K. K1 comes from leafy green vegetables like kale, spinach, Swiss chard, and collard greens. K2, on the other hand, is found in fermented foods like natto, aged cheeses, and certain animal products like egg yolks and liver. Both forms play an important role, but together they offer powerful protection for your bones, joints, and muscles. Adding these foods to your diet is one of the easiest ways to support leg health naturally. A smoothie with spinach, a side of sautéed kale, or a serving of natto or aged cheese. It doesn't take much, but over time it adds up. However, a quick word of caution. If you're taking blood-thinning medications like warfarin, you need to speak with your doctor before increasing vitamin K. This vitamin affects clotting, and changes in intake can interfere with your medication. But if you're not restricted, and you've been feeling tightness in your knees or struggling with balance more than usual, vitamin K might be the missing link. It won't just strengthen your legs, it will help guide the strength you already have to exactly where it's needed. Magnesium doesn't always get the attention it deserves. It works quietly in the background, but its role is anything but minor, especially when it comes to your legs. This essential mineral helps your muscles contract and relax smoothly. It keeps movements controlled, steady, and pain-free. But when your body runs low on magnesium, and it often does with age, those once smooth movements can turn into something else entirely. Sudden cramps, painful spasms, or that strange restless feeling in your legs that keeps you up at night. For many older adults, those middle-of-the-night cramps in the calf or twitching muscles that won't settle down aren't just random discomforts. They're early warning signs. And magnesium deficiency is often the reason. But magnesium isn't just about comfort, it's also about control. It helps carry signals from your brain to your legs, making sure your muscles respond the way they're supposed to. When you're low on magnesium, those messages can get delayed, causing clumsy steps, slow reactions, or fatigue after simple tasks. Magnesium also plays a surprising role in bone health. It acts like a gatekeeper, making sure calcium is properly deposited in your bones, not your joints or arteries. Without enough magnesium, even if you're getting plenty of calcium, you may still be vulnerable to joint stiffness, pain, or even harmful calcium buildup where it doesn't belong. So, why is magnesium deficiency so common in older adults? There are several reasons. First, as we age, our bodies become less efficient at absorbing magnesium from food. Second, many commonly used medications, like diuretics, acid blockers, and certain blood pressure drugs, can flush magnesium out of your system. And third, today's modern diet often lacks magnesium-rich foods like leafy greens, beans, nuts, seeds, and whole grains. Your body may already be giving you clues. Maybe your legs feel unusually heavy when you walk. Maybe you've noticed more frequent cramps, slower balance recovery, or trouble sleeping through the night. These aren't just signs of getting older. They may be your body's way of asking for more magnesium. You can start restoring it naturally with food. Reach for spinach, pumpkin seeds, almonds, avocados, black beans, and whole grains. And if food isn't quite enough, supplements, especially magnesium glycinate or magnesium citrate, are well absorbed and gentle on the body. But remember, restoring magnesium isn't just about ending the discomfort. It's about bringing ease and flow back to your movement. It's about walking across the room without hesitation. It's about standing up with confidence. And maybe most of all, it's about listening to what your legs have been trying to tell you. You've probably heard of potassium. Maybe you think of bananas. But what many don't realize is just how important this one mineral is, especially for aging legs that cramp, tremble, or feel unstable. Potassium is the rhythm keeper of your muscles. It helps maintain the delicate fluid balance inside your cells. It ensures your muscles contract and relax in a steady, reliable pattern. and it works closely with sodium to keep nerve signals flowing smoothly from your brain to your body. When your potassium levels are low, your muscles don't just feel tired, they can misfire, contracting suddenly and painfully. That jolt in your calf at 2 a.m.? The cramp that stops you mid-step on a walk? Often that's potassium deficiency speaking. But cramps are only the beginning. Without enough potassium, your legs may feel heavy, shaky, or unstable. Walking long distances becomes tiring. Climbing stairs feels harder than it should. Even standing for a few minutes might leave you feeling wobbly. These subtle changes often sneak up on us. We blame aging. But the truth is, your nervous system might simply be struggling to communicate with your muscles because it doesn't have enough potassium to do the job. And here's something even more surprising. Potassium also helps protect your bones. It helps neutralize acids in the body that would otherwise leach minerals from your bones. A potassium-rich diet has been linked to slower bone loss, especially in areas like the hips and legs, places where fractures can drastically alter your independence. So how can you get more of it? Luckily, nature makes it delicious. While bananas are a great start, they're just one of many sources. You'll also find potassium in sweet potatoes, avocados, spinach, beans, oranges, yogurt, and even baked potatoes with the skin. Eating a variety of these each day can help you reach the recommended amount, about 2,600 milligrams for women and 3,400 milligrams for men. That said, potassium is one nutrient that should be balanced carefully, especially if you have kidney disease or heart conditions. If that's you, talk to your doctor before adding supplements. But for most older adults, a potassium-rich diet can be transformational. It can mean fewer cramps, better control, smoother, more confident movement. And perhaps best of all, it can bring you back to a place where walking doesn't feel like a struggle. It feels like freedom. Now that we've covered how potassium keeps your muscles firing correctly, it's time to talk about the mineral that gives your legs their structural backbone, literally. Let's take a deeper look at calcium, the essential building block for strong bones and long-term mobility. When people think about calcium, they often think strong bones, and they're not wrong. But the story goes deeper. For seniors, calcium is the cornerstone of both skeletal strength and muscle function, especially in the legs where bones and muscles work together to support your every movement. As we age, our bones naturally begin to lose density. This process, called osteopenia, and later osteoporosis, makes the legs more vulnerable to fractures. A simple trip or fall that wouldn't have caused a problem years ago could now lead to a hip or femur fracture, with months of painful recovery or even permanent mobility loss. Ensuring your body has enough calcium is one of the best defenses against these devastating injuries. But calcium doesn't just protect bones. It's also essential for muscle contraction. Every time you rise from a chair, take a step, or flex your foot, calcium ions flood your muscle cells to trigger contraction. Without enough calcium, these movements become slow, weak, and unsteady. You may notice sluggish reflexes, fatigue in the legs, or muscle cramps, classic symptoms of a deficiency that can sneak up quietly over time. The best dietary sources of calcium are well known: milk, yogurt, cheese, and fortified dairy alternatives. But there are many non-dairy options too, like leafy greens, kale, bok choy, tofu, sardines with bones, almonds, and fortified plant milks. Including a variety of these foods ensures better absorption and helps you hit the recommended 1,000 to 1,200 milligrams per day. For those who struggle with diet or absorption, calcium supplements can be useful. But with caution. Taking too much, especially without balancing other minerals like magnesium or vitamin K, can lead to kidney stones, arterial calcification, or digestive upset. That's why vitamin D and weight-bearing exercise are key partners, helping direct calcium into the bones rather than soft tissue. And speaking of exercise, regular movement is crucial. Activities like walking, resistance training, or Tai Chi not only help maintain bone density, but also strengthen the muscles that support those bones. Calcium alone can't protect your legs, but combined with the right habits, it can keep you mobile, independent, and confident with every step. Your legs do more than just carry you from place to place. They carry your independence, your ability to move freely, to stay active, to live life on your own terms. So if you've been feeling cramps, weakness, or unsteadiness, know this. It's not just aging, It's often nutrition. The 7 nutrients we've explored today, vitamin D, B12, B6, K, magnesium, potassium, and calcium, aren't just helpful. They're essential. They support the systems that keep your legs strong, your muscles, your nerves, your bones. And when they're in balance, so is your body. The best part? You can start today. Add leafy greens to your meals. Step outside for some sunlight. Talk to your doctor about your vitamin levels. And move, however you can, as often as you can. Because movement, fueled by the right nutrients, is one of the most powerful medicines you have. If this video helped you, give it a like, share it with someone who needs stronger legs too, and don't forget to subscribe for more empowering, senior-friendly health tips from Ageless. You're not just getting older, you're getting wiser. And now you're getting stronger too.